All right, this is King Bucho. Welcome to BDA Boxing, the boxing debate arena. I see we have in the chat Asi, Flat, Miktau, Golovkin fan, and we also have Stu on the line. Let me just introduce Stu.
I wasn't bad though.
I told you what's going to happen to Price. I told you he's going to be sleeping. I told you the ambulance is going to come. The oxygen mask is going to come out. I told you he's going to miss the main event. I told you all them things were going to happen.
What's up, Stu?
What's happening, Butcho?
Not much. We're just gonna be talking about the zone now. Some people are complaining already. Now, this is what's gonna happen, people. We have discussion, and the shows will be short from now on. They will be 1 hour and 20 minutes, around that. Now, that doesn't mean that we're only gonna go for 1 hour and 20 minutes per day. What's gonna happen is that we're gonna, after every 1 hour and 20 minutes, we stop the show and we start another one. That way, we kind of stay on topic and we don't go all over the place. So we're gonna try to stay on topic today for 1 hour and 20 minutes, and then a few minutes later, I'm gonna start another show with another topic and potentially different panelists as well, so we can reshuffle. All right. Before we continue, I just want to address something about the Hangouts. Stu, you want to talk about this a bit before we continue?
Yeah, what was you going to talk about?
Well, that, we have a lot of people right now in the Hangouts. It's always 10 people, and there's people waiting to get in, and then we take fucking phone calls. So it becomes a mess. So people who are on the Hangouts, they need to mute their mics. They need to make sure that there's no background noise, and make sure their microphones don't have any issues, any crackling sounds or stuff like that, weird stuff. We cannot interrupt each other. You guys know that, but also we have to try to stay on topic, or else the show doesn't make any sense at all. Because people read the title of the video, they click on the video, and then, like for example, the video is supposed to be about Deontay Wilder rejecting the $100 million offer. And people click on the video because they think that we're talking about that, and we're fucking talking about Golovkin. Golovkin, what's the topic we always talk about that gets fucking boring? Is Golovkin number one pound? Is Golovkin a top 3 pound for pound or something like that? It doesn't make fucking sense. All right, so I'm gonna mention these topics again later when the other panelists join us. All right, so today we're gonna be talking about the DAZN and the fact that they're increasing their monthly subscription price from $10 to $20. But this is what some people don't want to tell you. This is other people who hate the DAZN and have a thing for Eddie Hearn and all that crap. And I'm not defending the DAZN or Eddie Hearn, but I'm just stating facts here. If you pay $99 per year, you get... That's basically, you can pay $99 per year, and that comes to about
$8 a month.
Exactly, it's $8 a month. So these people who have an agenda, they're not telling you this, guys. They don't want you to know this, and they keep.
Like I said to you earlier, when you talk about the month of June, you're paying your $20. Which we're going to have to pay for the Joshua Miller fight, by the way. And that's going to be 4 o'clock in the morning. It's going to cost us more than $20, I can assure you. But you're going to get Joshua Miller for nothing. You're going to get Canelo Jacobs in there for that as well. And then you're going to get Usyk fighting Takam, because I believe that fight is almost signed, sealed and delivered. So we're going to see that in June as well, I believe. And so you're going to get a real good month in June of boxing. You're going to get British cards as well. And then if Eddie Hearn has some of these DAZN cards in America, then you'll get them as well. But it makes sense. I mean, a lot of people paid $75 for Mikey and Errol the other night.
Yeah.
And fucking hell, you must have money to throw away if you were buying that, because it was a mismatch. And it was a boring fight as well. Do you think that was a good fight? Because I didn't. I thought it was a shit fight. I thought it was horrible.
Shit fight, shit undercard as well. So
that's what I'm saying. And that was $75. So, the amount of money I spend on, you'd be surprised. I mean, I've spent loads on boxing. I've bought pay-per-view cards that I had no business buying, really. I shouldn't, because they weren't pay-per-view. I stay up till 4 or 5 in the morning, buy these pay-per-view events. You know,
Yeah.
even the ITV box office events, the Gal Eubank. I kept saying I wasn't going to watch it, but I did. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you know, 20. If you like boxing, you'll spend your money. If you don't, then you won't. You know, not everyone's got. I understand not everyone's got money to throw around at boxing. You know, it's a hard life out there. I get that, but if you're going to moan, I mean, just if you're going to moan for like $20 to get
Yeah.
Canelo Jacobs and Joshua Miller, and then Usyk in the same month, then you got no business being a boxing fan.
BDA in the chat says, once if the zone starts streaming porn, I'm all in. No, I don't think they're gonna be showing porn. BDA. Boxing for IBF says, I like the zone. I'm going to pay the yearly plan, but I'm concerned for its growth here in the States with a price increase. Well, actually, the yearly subscription I think decreased right now. So there was a decrease for the year subscription. There was only an increase for the monthly subscription, because you have people who are only going to be paying $10 every month when Canelo fights. So that's like that's.
And the DAZN are actually pumping their money back in. It's like a lot of these companies, they charge you ridiculous money for these fights all the time. It's a bit like Sky. Sky never seem to want to give their fans any value on a Saturday night just for the subscribers to watch. They don't even do that anymore. We get garbage, like garbage cards and up and coming youngsters that are like 4, 5 and 0. That's our Saturday night boxing now. So since box office came in, then Hearn and Sky putting every sort of mediocre fight and above is on box office now. So we ain't getting no fucking good deals. So I wish we had a fucking DAZN where we could. But you know, DAZN are pumping it back into boxing. Well, you know, so you can't really complain too much because they got getting the big stars. They're trying to make the big fights. What you know, nothing's free. I mean, you've got to pay for fucking baseball and NFL, I believe, over there, haven't you? Do you know what I mean?
Well, DAZN USA has many less options, less sports than, for example, listen. If you live in Canada, you get the zone. There's no, you get the fucking zone. It's not just about boxing. I mean, they have all the Spanish, the Italian league, the French league. I don't give a shit, but they have the French league. They have Spanish, Italian. They're gonna get the Premier League next season. They won the rights. So, like Stu said, they are pumping money back in, man.
I mean, so you know they're putting the money back into it. So you know you should want to support something like that. I mean, let's these people are just happy to hate on DAZN and carry on paying $80 a pop for the likes of Mikey and Errol. Do you know what I mean? If they want to carry on doing that, then that's on them. But
I highly doubt that a lot of these people paid for that fight. I doubt it. These people don't pay for these fights, man. Come on, they don't show up for fights. It's anyways. I don't want to get into this fucking people.
Yeah.
All right. So now you said they're pumping the money back in, and it's true, guys. Did you not fucking hear about the zone trying to get Deontay Wilder, offering him $100 million? A proof right there that they're trying to. They just got Golovkin a few weeks ago, or last week. So they acquired Golovkin. They are bringing all these boxers in.
Though, bro. They're actually paying these fighters, like the likes of Tevin Farmer, who deserves to have decent paydays. You know, he's proved himself. He was on the scrap heap before Eddie Hearn got hold of him. He was on the scrap heap. And now look at him. He's reigning. He's a world champion. He's making a lot of money. You could never. Couldn't be happier in life. He's not moaning about DAZN. That's what DAZN comes in and helps these other talents as well. These guys that should be earning good money, they're good for boxing because they're paying the boxers what they deserve. Deontay Wilder, if he wants to carry on picking up $2 million a pop when he's been offered $30 million, then let him carry on. You know, that's a retard for you, isn't it? There's no helping him. And I want to see Deontay Wilder get $30 million a fight because I want to see fighters get paid. But if the guy's too stupid enough to see a good deal when he says, what can you do? But there's other guys that appreciate DAZN. Ask Maurice Hooker. Ask like I said, Tevin Farmer and these sort of guys. Ask Baby Miller. You know, these guys are going really nowhere.
Yeah,
and that's. I think a lot of these young American fighters that have signed up for Matchroom USA as well, which will be on DAZN, a lot of young good talent coming through from America have signed. So they're investing in young talent in America as well. Why do you want to hate them? Look at all the You know, you get a lot of these LDBC clowns hating on DAZN, but DAZN are getting their brothers paid. Do you know what I mean? So I don't get it, man.
Yeah, and I was about to say that. I mean, these boxers are getting paid, so all these people that love the fact that the PBC was taking care of their fighters, you guys should be on the zone side now for actually providing us with fighters that are being paid properly. You know, which is that's a big deal for you guys. You know what I mean? And but
There's someone in the chat said about DAZN coming to the UK. The problem with DAZN is that they're going to struggle to compete in the UK because Sky and BT have got everything tied down, and these two companies, when it comes to they've got all the rights for the Premier League. They paid a lot of money for it as well, the Champions League. So DAZN are not going to get any of them sort of. They're not going to be able to compete on that level, and plus Sky Sports have got the boxing under wraps. So it doesn't make sense for DAZN to come to the UK right now.
Yeah, it's like the NFL. I mean, in Canada, DAZN has the NFL, but in the United States, good luck. The DAZN won't get the NFL rights in the United States because
no, of course they won't.
Yeah, that's impossible. All right, so I had a few questions here. Okay, so let's start being objective here. We are objective, but we're gonna show that we're objective. We're not just gonna say it like some people do. They oh, I'm unbiased, I'm objective, blah blah blah, but they don't fucking prove it. So we're gonna prove it. Let's talk about who is in the zone, which boxers are on the zone, and is it worth it? Is it worth to pay $8 for this package? All right, let's go through the names too. So they have Canelo.
They've got Jacobs, Anthony Joshua,
AJ,
they've
Golovkin.
Got Usyk.
They've
got Callum Smith.
Estrada, big fight.
Rung Versailles.
Yeah.
Beterbiev, Callum Smith. They've got a lot of the other British guys coming through.
They have Bivol.
Dillian White. They've got Dillian White. There's another one. Bivol.
Yeah.
You know, the list goes on, and a lot of young talent coming through as well. When you look at, they've got Joshua. When you see the real good talents coming from the UK, you're talking Kelly and Bawatsi, you know, them sort of guys. They're you can see them. Then you've got the American talent coming through on. So there's a lot of talent DAZN have got. They basically have got the cream of the crop of world boxing, basically, aren't they? Let's be real. When you look at the top 5 pound for pound list in most people's eyes, I mean, 4 of them guys are with DAZN, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Boxing for IBF says Beterbiev is with ESPN. Is he with ESPN? But anyways, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Lomachenko and Crawford, probably 3 then. Three of the 5 are DAZN. And like I said, when you see the next generation of talent they got coming through, they really are making a statement, and we should back this, because without that funding, these fights don't happen. Boxers are greedy, and boxers are divas. Especially, you've only got to look at Dillian White to see how fighters think too highly of themselves, shall we say, and overprice themselves. I mean, I don't know what Dillian White thinks he's worth, but I wouldn't pay him half of what he's asking for off Joshua, because, you know, he's a good fighter and he's earned his right for a shot at the title. He has. You know, is he $7 million he turned down to fight Joshua? I mean, what makes him think he's worth more than that?
Yeah, well, like I said, the thing with Dillian White is they were putting him on main events, so it started to go to his head. Now the guy thinks he's a pay-per-view superstar or something, or he's not. He's known. Sorry, but he's known for getting knocked out by Anthony Joshua. That's it, man. Yeah. I mean, fuck. I'm sorry, man. He's not known for anything else.
Yeah.
He's a guy he's looking for that rematch. That's pretty much it, man. Is he a good fighter? No, of course. I'm not saying he's a bum, but I'm saying he's not who he thinks he is, man.
No, and he's not really. I mean, like I said, his best win is probably for me, Joseph Parker.
And what happened in that fight?
Yeah, and like I said, I just think Parker it was gun shy that night. You know, just didn't want to let his hands go. And every time he did let his hands go, he was actually having an effect, and he let Dillian White just outwork him. And in the last round, when he finally did decide to let his hands go because he had nothing to lose, things started to happen, and Dillian White was lucky to survive that. So I really like Dillian White. I think he's a great character, and I want him to go on and do well. But I'm starting to see a bit of a diva side to him, and I don't like it.
Yeah. By the way, in the chat, somebody mentioned the Shepherd of Sons mentioned the World Boxing Super Series, and it's true. The World Boxing Super Series is on the Zone as well. So okay, that's another plus for the Zone. We have Cameron on the line. Cameron, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, look at hang on a minute, Cameron. I was just going to say that World Boxing Super Series, is that still on then? Because I heard that rumours that it might get cancelled.
No, I heard it's still gonna happen though. So, but we'll see. But anyways, if it keeps on going, it's gonna be there. So that's another plus.
The 140 is getting really exciting for me.
Yep. Listen, it's worth to get the Zone. I'm telling you, and I'm not getting paid for the Zone or anything. I'm just stating facts here because I've heard other channels provide misinformation, so I'm here to counter that. All right, Cameron, what do you think? So, what do you think about the Zone and who they have? I don't know if you know who they have, like the fighters that they have. Is it worth of? Would you pay $8 a month to have the Zone?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Like, this is how I see it, right? I haven't seen anyone moaning, but, I watched a video earlier on. Look, this is how I see it. Now, when DAZN started out and they put their monthly prices out, they had no idea who they were going to sign and who they were going to have fighting. So they can't charge ridiculous amount of money for when they've got absolute trash. I mean, they had Brandon Rios and, the likes of them starting off when they first started. Now they've got Canelo, Golovkin, Joshua, all these top guys, Rumvinside. Like, we're talking top 10 pound for pound fighters, majority of them. And of course they're going to increase the prices because you're paying to watch the best fighters in the world on one network. So how can you complain about them upping the price when they signed all the major stars in the sport? That's how I see it. That's
a good point. Nobody was going to pay like this new price. $20 a month. So yeah, when you didn't even have Canelo, remember that? I think you just had come on, man. So, and people are, and like I said, they increased the monthly subscription, but they decreased the yearly subscription to $8 a month. Come on, guys. Like I said in my video, if you guys are complaining about $8 a month, I highly doubt that you guys buy pay-per-views because those pieces of shit are $75 for a single day. You don't know what you're gonna get. You might get a shitty main event and a shitty undercard, man.
I'll tell you what, if the Zone fouls, then boxing's finished. So just let that sink in for a minute. All you fucking haters and all you clowns out there that want to see the Zone foul for your own agenda because you're a fucking retard. But if you want that to happen, then boxing will be finished because if this don't succeed, then it's going to go back to the scrap heap. Showtime will eventually pull out, which they're close to doing anyway. ESPN, if there's no... They're going to be fucking left on their own doing in-house garbage, so it's up to you guys. I mean, do you want to be paying $90 a time for fucking average fights? Because that's what it'll become.
Boxing there's no place in boxing for people who hate and have negativity towards DAZN and things like that because it's bringing nothing. I mean, look what they're doing. They've brought all these top guys. Like, majority of the middleweight division is under DAZN. Like, they're all going to fight each other under that network. So if you're complaining about increasing the money, then you shouldn't be in boxing.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, if you want DAZN to foul, then so be it. But don't be fucking crying on here when boxing goes back to the gutter. Can you remember the days when Sky completely stopped showing it? David Hay actually put them off boxing for fucking about a decade. After the David Hay farce, they come out of boxing and no one wanted to know boxing. We didn't have all these channels getting involved, pumping this money in. It was finished. So, but if, like I said, for big fights to happen, we're in an era now where the world champions are getting 30-40 million a pop, and there's not many companies out there that can pay these guys what they want, and so the big fights are not going to happen anymore. We're going to get back to the Frank Warren days when get these fighters fighting can after can 38-0 before they fight anyone. Is that what you want?
Let's also confirm, right, that most of the people who will moan probably don't pay for any boxing at all anyway. They watch illegal streaming. They're just moaning for the sake of it. A lot of them are. Yeah,
it's an agenda. That they're just going against Eddie Hearn because they think Eddie Hearn is the Zone, and they think it's the same thing. I mean, it's two different.
Because there's no like Golden Boys under DAZN as well. So
what they're doing, basically, what they're doing, you've got to look at it like this. Don't look at it like you losing $20. Look at it like when you want to watch a big fight. you're putting $20 in, and they're putting 50 in for you, or 60. Say if it's $80, they're putting 60 in for you, because that's what they're basically doing. Because any other time it costs you $80, but no, it's costing you $20, but you get a month. So basically, the deal is a fantastic deal, and nothing else is going to replace this, because Showtime are not going to bring an app out and do this. Like I said, they're done. HBO are, well, they're not coming back. I don't think HBO are coming back, to be honest with you.
No.
So who else is there? There's this ESPN and Sky Sport. Sky Sports will not put any fight on with any credibility, and on a Saturday night normal show. It's got to be box office. So we're going to get ripped off, and that's about it. But
whether people like or not, we're heading into that stage where the zone and the apps, same with ESPN, that's the hell we're going towards. That's where we're going towards with boxing. Like, that's where it is. So you got to get used to it, because the zone and ESPN, they got an app now, the zone. That's where boxing is heading. Not HBO, not Showtime. It's been we've noticed it for years, the last few years. So it's been changing the guard in terms of where boxing is going, especially in America on networks. So I don't know why people are so surprised about.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Stu said. Do you want to go back to the days in the United States where the best fights are on premium cable, where you had to get HBO or Showtime to get the big fights, and then on top of that, you had to buy a pay-per-view every year.
You can watch on your phone. Like, you pay £8 a month. You can watch the fights if you're out and about on your phone. If you pay for the app, like, what are you complaining about?
Yeah, you can watch it on your phone, on your PlayStation, on your computer. You just open a browser and you log in, and that you can watch the fights on. I mean, it's so easy to watch fights on the zone. I don't know. Some people are exaggerating that. Oh, I don't want to watch a fight on my phone. Okay, fucking put it on your TV, man. Put it on your computer. My God, this is in the fucking 1980s, man. All right.
Yeah, I just like I said, it's if you want boxing to succeed, if you want to see the big fights, and you want to see a company that's look at the money they're pumping in. No one else is going to do this. If you want to see boxing succeed, then get behind the zone. No one's saying pay every month for the rest of your life. Just give it a chance, innit? Give it till fucking July or something. Let that June month get out of the way. It's got to be worth a pop, innit?
If we're talking in the UK, say put it on the other foot, say the design was in the UK and they said, look, because what they're offering will be about 60 quid UK money, 50 odd quid. If you said to me, pay 50 quid, you can get this boxing for a year, I wouldn't even resist.
I'd have already bought it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If no one offered me that deal in the UK, I'd have already had the zone. I'd have bought that ages ago.
Yeah, same as me. Yeah,
I've spent hundreds of pounds recently
on pay-per-views. Yeah, same as me.
And it's not just that. I'm paying for the subscription for these channels as well.
Yeah, I mean, I used to buy. I don't buy pay-per-views that much anymore. I think the last one I bought was I want to say I can't even remember, but I've spent a lot of money. You can consider the fact that the pay-per-views in the UK, they're 20 odd quid. That's basically 3 pay-per-views in the UK for a year for a whole of his own. I mean, it's not as much as people make out to buy from the zone for a year.
No,
it's nothing.
I bet the same fucking people moaning about the zone have got to go and pay for Netflix.
It's
true. 100%. 100%.
They all have fucking Netflix, man.
I like Netflix, by the way. But if you're a boxing fan, I'm going to put boxing ahead of Netflix every day of the week. Do you know what I mean?
I've never had a Netflix account, man. To be fair,
yeah, I've got one. I've got Netflix.
I just use my missus's, mate. But yeah, do you know what? I mean, like I said, in the zone, they've got all the top fighters now. Like I said, when they first came on the scene, I mean, they obviously weren't going to charge much because they didn't know who they were going to put on. They can't charge 20 quid a month for whatever it is, for Brandon Rios headlining and the other, Jarrell Miller headlining. Now they've got all the top guys in the sport. They can put prices up.
Yeah, I see someone in the chat saying that World Boxing Super Series. So they've actually got Josh Taylor fight and Inouye in Scotland on the same night in the same arena. So that's another great night of boxing. You get to see that monster Inouye, and for me, one of the best talents from the UK in Josh Taylor. So you get to see that on the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The division.
Yeah, I mean, the other semi-finals are quite good and all, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You'll get to see them as well. So.
Yeah, and I was having this discussion with somebody in the video that I made in the comments, and he was saying, yeah, but some the fights that you're getting right now on the zone are fights that you were getting before. And first of all, that's not true completely, because first of all, a lot of the Matchroom boxing fights were never shown in North America. So now we get them on the zone. So we didn't get that before. Also, Bivol, Golovkin, and Rungvisai and all these fighters, they used to fight on HBO. HBO is dead. So where are they gonna go? Oh, they went to the zone.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, they're talking like these fights the zone are putting on are just normal Saturday night fights. That's not the case. I mean, you're not gonna get a normal Saturday night fight with Canelo and Jacobs on the fucking card, are you? Do you know what I mean? And the same with there's some big fights there. Just give them. They've only just started, haven't they? They've only just started signing the names. It took them a while to get these names in. A lot of people were turning their nose up at the zone for a while, especially the American fighters. They thought they knew better, but we know who's having the final laugh now, and it ain't them. So let them crack on with their little fucking, tiny little paycheck, should we say? Look, what did Charlo get? 150 grand in one of his last fights? I think 200 grand. I mean, fucking that's ridiculous.
You got I think you got 175 grand for Tony Harrison.
There you go. So,
yeah, that's superstar, and that's
they're
another.
The ones that they want to turn down the zone for that. So let them crack on. Do you know what I mean?
Another thing that I should mention. I'm gonna ask you guys. Where are all the best middleweights right now? The biggest middleweights, the top middleweights. Where are they right now?
They're all at the zone. Golovkin, Canelo, Jacobs, all of them.
Andrade as well.
All the belts are in that the zone anyway.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's what makes me laugh when people say, "Oh, yeah, people are ducking Jamal Charlo." When all the belts are on that network.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, let's do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Go ahead, Stu.
Yes. No, you could even stick Lemieux on the zone as well, isn't he? I know he's not the greatest. He's on the zone.
He's fighting John Ryder at 68 now for the interim WBA title.
That's what I mean about Eubank. Eubank signing for Heyman. I mean, if Eubank thinks he can get a fight with these big guys at middleweight, because that's what he's talking about going down. I mean, how's that going to happen if he signed for Heyman? He ain't going to.
So Eubank's been a bit of a diva there, isn't he? He's going to get some bullshit title.
Yeah, of course he has. He's going to defend that IBO title forever. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be like Adonis Stevenson just holding it hostage in fucking Brighton for as long as he can, because basically he doesn't. He's got an excuse for not fighting them guys now, because that's
what will happen with Eubank is he'll defend the IBO title. He'll work his way up to a mandatory position. Heyman will then take it to purse bid, win the purse bid, and Eubank will fight some scrub for a vacant title. That's what I think would happen with Eubank.
But yeah, when we went through the list of fighters the zone's got, I'm actually quite surprised myself. Didn't realise how quick the talent is building. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of talent there. Basically.
Yeah, me too. I was talking with Stu and we were like going through the names.
The best fighters in the world are at the zone now, isn't it? My favourite fighters, all of them are there, apart from Lomachenko, I think.
And guys, if you want, we can go through the names again and see how many of them are top 10 pound for pounders. Let's fucking.
Well, you can do it. Like, I mean, you got pretty much all of them.
Canelo,
we can go through them, innit, and see what the
So we have Canelo.
We can basically read the list out, and then you can see what you're getting for your money.
There's at least 6.
I got Canelo, Triple G,
and the top 10.
Pound
for pound, yeah.
Usyk. I have Joshua in my pound for pound list, so I'm gonna put him.
No, I mean, I mean, Rungvisai is Rungvisai.
I got 5.
I don't think Inoue's not official with the DAZN, is he? Like, but signed a contract to network on the DAZN.
No, but he fights on the World Boxing Super Series, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to watch Inoue, you got to get the DAZN. So yeah.
Eddie Hearn signed someone the other day. I'm trying to think it was. It's quite a big name as well, but it's just fucking. Mine's gone blank.
Usyk.
No, it wasn't Usyk. No, sorry.
No, I mean Usyk's one I just thought of in terms of the pound for pound list.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I have 6 names.
He's
Canelo, Golovkin, Rungvisai, Usyk, AJ, Inoue. There you go.
Yeah. Did you put Golovkin in there as well?
Yeah, I did.
Apparently, has he signed Gassiev? DAZN? Someone just put
that's who it is. That's who it is. He's signed for Matchroom, Gassiev.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. He might move up to heavyweight. They're actually discussing that.
Apparently, Eddie Hearn said that is what he's going to do. So.
Okay. So I mean, come on, guys. Really, are you gonna start? You guys are talking as if it's the zone of like a 6 months ago or something where they didn't have anything going for them. Like they only had the mushroom boxing fights. Come on, guys. Be
I heard a
honest.
rumor that that Gassiev might be fighting Huck at heavyweight. That's what I've heard.
He's still
I wouldn't
around,
mind
Marco
seeing
Huck.
Marco Huck, he's moved up to heavyweight. He's signed with
Yeah.
Andre Rozier, isn't he, as his new trainer? I heard that Gassiev might be fighting Huck in June.
It's a good fight. I mean, well, it's not. I mean, Marco Huck is shot, but
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a good entrance into the heavyweight division for Gassiev because it's technically a cruiserweight fight, but I think it'd be a decent scrap. So they're both going to come forward and throw punches, but Gassiev's going to take him out of there at some point.
yeah, because Marco Huck is not a heavyweight, right? So
I
he's
think
not.
the
He beat Povetkin.
problem with Hook, just too much wear and tear now. He just looks shot to pieces. to me.
Yeah. Look what Glowacki did to him. I mean,
I think when you fight like Marco Hook, you can only fight for so long like that before it starts to take its toll on you. It's not sort of fighting style that you can go like Floyd Mayweather to you're 40 years old, 50 and 0 and sort of thing. It's just not that sort of style. It's going to wear you down. The training camps as well. He's took a lot of punishment. I mean, he had 3 wars with who's the fucking cruiserweight from the UK? Come on, Cameron. Now.
Afolabi.
Afolabi, of course it was. I mean, he had 3 wars with him, and Afolabi was good, but he was never the elite cruiserweights. He's fought them all, Marco Hook. Do you know what I mean? He's had some good fights, but he's took a lot of beatings, and let's be real. I mean, who was it who knocked him out in the round? Was it the Polish guy?
Yeah, Glowacki, yeah.
Glowacki knocked him out in a round, didn't he, I think?
By the way, in the chat, Gypsy Boxing Style says that the zone will raise it up another $10 when they get bigger. But that's listen. By the way, this increase is gonna be applied in 2020, so you can still pay like $10 a month, and then you can fuck off if you don't like it. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're gonna be doing that because they're gonna realize that they're gonna be losing a lot of customers. Listen, $100 a month. Come on, guys. Yeah, I mean for a year.
Yeah,
it's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that's a terrible offer.
Yeah, no. No. All right. What else do I have here?
Now I'm not on Twitter. I don't really hear much of the boxing news. Like,
there's nothing.
I mean, no, I check YouTube mostly now and things like that. I've not really heard any major boxing news recently, the last sort of week or so. Anyway,
that's the thing. Also, what's the Showtime schedule? Cause
Garcia Granados, right?
Yeah, Jaime Munguia is another one that DAZN got.
Yep, true. That's another name.
Jason,
when you're looking at all the talent coming through, DAZN have got it covered. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If you like boxing, you would support this app. That they're trying their best to get all like the most fighters as they can.
You know those people in boxing who are just negative about everything, negative, and negative, like just about everything.
It's a sport where bitter and twisted men gather together to moan at each other and moan about boxing and just be a killjoy, because that's what a lot of them are.
Yeah.
There's always something negative in the comment section, no matter how positive a bit of boxing news could be. There's always someone that's hating on some fight or hating on someone, or it's a very deceiving community, isn't it? Full of a lie.
Yeah. Literally, doesn't matter what they announce. It could be, they could announce Joshua Wilder tomorrow. Someone will still be negative about it.
Or just lying topics, and lying, deceiving topics, and just very emotional. And you've only got to look at
that's the issue. So many people are emotionally invested into certain parts of the sport, right? I watch it with no emotion. Years ago, I used to watch it and I used to be like, I used to have favourite fights, but now I don't have favourite fighters. I just watch it and just think, fuck, it's a fight. You know what I mean?
I think if you get emotionally involved with a fight, it can actually takes away the enjoyment of the fight. And
your knowledge, like you lean towards a fighter,
turning a blind eye to things that are happening.
Yeah,
your fighter's getting tagged up in the battle. He's losing the battle jab, but you're not seeing that. You're only seeing the shots that your guy lands. That's why you see these Deontay Wilder fans that had Wilder up on the cards against Fury, because they saw what they wanted to see. They forgot everything Fury was doing. They were just watching what, and that's what you do. like I said, it can, like I said, it can actually ruin the enjoyment of the sport when you start being and because you get emotionally involved. You go on these sites and you put your neck on the line. You'll say, "Oh, my man's knocking out this guy. He'll do it in 2 rounds." And then the boxing fans, if you get a prediction wrong around here, you're not going to forget it for the rest of your life. I mean, I think I got one wrong about 3 months ago, and I think boxing style still reminds me every day.
Well, let's not forget. I mean, look, my pick for Gassius for Usyk's never going to go away, is it? I mean, let's be real. I mean, that's terrific. But yeah, I mean, I'd rather watch boxing. That's sometimes I actually enjoy like watching boxing. Was when I got like pay-per-views when Josh was fighting, I'll get a few of my friends around who are casuals. I enjoy watching boxing with casuals because they've no idea what's going on. So you know what I mean. It's better than watching it with biased, educated fans sometimes.
Someone in the chat just asked me about the matchroom card tomorrow, and it's not a bad card. I'm not a big Charlie Edwards lover, to be honest with you. He's growing as a fighter and he's getting better, but I've just never been really excited about him. I remember when Martin J. Ward came through, everyone kept telling me how great this guy was. I never saw it. I
never did, man. Never.
I thought he was fucking useless. He was, he was going the distance with his journeyman. Never looking good doing it. He always walked out of the ring like he'd been in a fucking car crash. That's not a great fight to me. Never was. And now he's getting found out at a half decent level. So I think Charlie Edwards is a bit better than that. But
I won't be watching it tomorrow because I'll be out. I'll be out as well, and also it's Lawrence Okoli, so I definitely won't be watching it.
Buatsi on that. Is it Buatsi as well, isn't it?
Yes, Buatsi. You got Okoli Camacho. Yeah. I didn't think Charlie Edwards would beat Rosales. Honestly, I'm glad Edwards won the title because you look at his story with his mum and all that. But I honestly didn't think he was going to beat Rosales. I honestly didn't.
He's grown as a fighter. I mean, but when you look at Buatsi's a talent. He's a very good talent.
Yeah, one of my favourites in the UK.
Yeah, he looks like he could go all the way. So I definitely I'm looking forward to seeing him fight because
Buatsi's got that cleanness and classness about his work. He doesn't mess about with his journeyman. Whereas a lot of the prospects try and be flashy, whereas Buatsi's quite professional with the job.
So they're talking about him and Callum Johnson meeting soon, but I think Hearn will keep Buatsi away from Callum Johnson right now. I think it'd be a silly thing to do, put him in with Callum, because I think Callum Johnson on his day could land anything. And you know what he did to Turbiev, so he's more than capable of doing it to Buatsi. I'd let Buatsi grow as a talent for a little while. Yeah, I think he's getting better and better. I think sticking Callum Johnson in there with him, I don't know. I think that's probably a bad move. But I'm really
Callum Johnson against Yard.
Like Okoli. I mean, I think I'd rather watch repeats of Coronation Street than watch
I want to see Callum Johnson against Yard. That's the fight I want to see, British level. I want to see that fight, man. I want to see Johnson against Yard.
That's the fight. But what do you think about this Kovalev talk?
It's bullshit, man. You shouldn't be going there, Kovalev.
Listen, I looked in Frank's eyes. I looked in his eyes, mate. He don't want that fight. He can talk all he wants. He's only trying to save face for Yard because Yard, if you go on his videos, Yard, it'll be like 3 likes, 891 dislikes. I mean, the guy is just he is the most disliked boxer in British boxing at the moment. And I don't think it's because he's a bad guy. I think it's because he's trying to fool the British public.
Blame his management. Blame his management as well.
Oh, that clown. I mean, he's another fucking...
He was on... he did an interview the other day and he was like, we're only going to take the Kovalev fight if they accept the WDA side. I mean, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but if he said... Because he said about getting that fight at the Emirates, he seems to think Yard will fill out the Emirates, 60,000. I mean, I don't know what fucking planet he's on.
He can't fill out the York Hall, for fuck's sake.
If that could happen and Arsenal say, yeah, take the stadium, then if I was Kovalev, then yeah, I'd have to say that Yard is the A side in that. Because if you can fill the Emirates Stadium 60,000 in the UK, then Kovalev.
God, is he?
No, but this is it. He's not going to be able to fill the Emirates. And
you might get 8,000 in the Emirates for that fight.
Kovalev is going to outbox him from range, and Yard's not good enough for Kovalev right now. Yard's still learning, and I know they're holding him back a bit because he's been fighting bums, but I can see why they're holding him back, because a lot of his fights he's not looking that impressive beating up these bums.
You got to admit, Stu, as well, like that he has definitely been knocked out in sparring before. He's got something's happened in a sparring. Why?
Yeah, I mean, I think they all have, haven't they? I mean, most of them have. So,
but there's something wrong with Yard, right? Like all the guys he's fought have been light punches, not many knockouts. You know.
Frank Warren is the master at protecting young fighters, and the problem is he'll protect them for so long. When they do have to step up, when there's nowhere for them to go because they're #1 contenders and that lot, they have to take these big fights. They get destroyed because they're not
Terry Flanagan.
Yeah, because they're not at that level. Do you know what I mean? You can't keep fight. You got to get the best years out of these fighters. Like I said, there's a 3 or 4 year period where a fighter's at his best, and that's when you have to stick them in with the best and see what they can do. You can't just keep can after can after can, and then they're probably past it at the time they fight someone at world level.
I kind of feel like Eddie Hearn's done that with Canelo.
Yard, he's still young, but you know, look at the guys he's fought, and if he wants to fight Kovalev now, I mean, it's from one extreme to the next, from one extreme to the other. I mean,
yeah, it's like going from your professional debut to Kovalev.
Yeah, well, it is, and it's like starting tennis, then wanting to play fucking Federer.
Yeah, Wimbledon. Yeah.
Yeah, just picking up a racket for a day and then think you can play Federer.
All right, guys, I have to.
You know, I feel
I just have to say. Thank you, Stu. We have Apology and Gonzalo on the lines, but before we get to them, I'm just gonna tell you guys that remind you, if you weren't here before, that we have a new format here that we're gonna be trying on BDA, where we're gonna do multiple episodes in one day, so we don't have a fucking show that's like 4 hours. So in about maybe 30-45 minutes, I'm gonna end this show where the topic is the zone and the price increase, and we're gonna start a second show which I just created, which is called BDA Raw, Uncut, and Uncensored. And we're gonna be taking phone calls in that show, and so that's gonna be a crazy ass fucking show, because you guys know that we always get those crazy fucking callers. All right.
I've got a question just before you introduce Gonzalo and Apology. I want to ask Stu a question, because we're talking about how Frank Warren's a master, you know, protecting his fighters. Do you kind of feel, Stu, that's what Eddie Hearn done with Luke Campbell and why he lost to Mendy, because he was waiting for that call fight for years, right? And he should have been progressing. That's what I feel like happened with Campbell.
Well, I don't know if it's progressing, because when you talk about gold medalists, you can't really progress them at the normal rate you would at any normal fight. They have to move on. When you look at Joshua, like the likes of Joshua Lomachenko and them sort of guys, I mean, they were stuck in the deep end from, you know.
He was waiting. They were building that Tommy Coyle fight for 3 years, though, weren't it? It was a pointless fight.
Yeah, of course it was a pointless, because Coyle's useless. But I think when you're a gold medalist, I don't think you can be hanging around. I mean, look at James DeGow. He fought George Groves after 12 fights. You know, you have to take these big fights when you're. And I think it was his time. I mean, if he's a gold medalist, he's going 22-0, nobody on the resume. I mean, doesn't look good. You know, if you're an Olympic gold medalist, you have to move on. I mean, Lomachenko fought Salido in his second fight. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, no, I don't think. I think it was good promotion from Eddie Hearn for getting him the shot. It's up to the fighter to do the job, and he just wasn't good enough on the night. But he's got better for me. He looked quite sharp the other night, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Cameron?
Yeah.
When the fuck
so I just answered and didn't realise I was on mute. I said, yeah, he did look good. Boy, looked a lot better.
Yeah.
All right, okay, let's introduce Gonzalo and Apology. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
Hey, hello.
Hello, I got a new mic. Does it sound good?
You sound better. I have to say, you sound better. And Gonzalo, you sound like you just woke up again.
Hey, how's it going? No, I'm all right.
Pretty good.
Get some Red Bull.
Yeah, get some Red Bull, man.
Coffee tastes like dog piss.
No. Coffee's a good man. I got to give up coffee. I had to give up coffee though, because I started getting headaches if I didn't drink it. So I had to give it up because I was getting withdrawals. That's how much coffee I was drinking.
Coffee's disgusting, man.
Coffee with I had black coffee as well, like no sugar.
Oh god. Oh, no sugar. Oh.
No sugar,
monster. Man. You monster.
I wonder if fighters drink coffee before they fight.
No, it's not good to. It makes you feel like shit. Coffee does. When you
it made me feel unwell. Honestly, it did. I felt when I gave up coffee, I felt a lot better.
Imagine someone gets caught with PEDs and they said, "Oh, it's tainted coffee."
Then he's a liar.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
I mean, anything's possible these days, right?
Yeah, true.
Well, look at don't want to go off topic, but look at fucking in the UFC, TJ Dillashaw popped, didn't he, yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, he did. He got stripped.
Surprise, man. No surprise.
No, I'm not surprised.
He got stripped, man.
When he fought
didn't he?
When he fought Garbrandt, he came in out to the ring looking like that fucking He-Man figure, didn't he?
Yeah, he was ripped. Like,
he had veins popping out of his fucking head and all sorts, man.
You know. Apparently, Garbrandt said TJ taught the Team Alpha Male how to cycle, which is pretty interesting. Which was a lot. Yeah. Why Mendes got caught as well.
I'm just still over the moon about Masvidal knocking out Till at the weekend. I can love it.
This guy needs to move up, man. He's draining himself. He needs to move up.
There's a guy in the chat keep giving. Who is it? The Fight Scout, I think it is. He keeps giving me stick about that. He go, "Oh, your boy Darren Till." I mean, I don't think. I think one time I said I wanted him to win a fight, and all of a sudden he's my boy. And
he's joking around.
Like, I say this before, like, who's he actually beat? Like that Wonder Boy fight was controversial. Yeah, that was controversial. I mean, Masvidal for me, I'm not surprised Masvidal beat him. More surprised he knocked him out, but Masvidal's a fucking stud, mate.
Listen,
that guy can beat anyone.
He needs to either move up or just retire if he's not good enough. That's what he needs to do.
I just don't think he's good enough. I don't think he'll win time.
Honestly, I think he is, but he just drained himself. He walks around 205 and drains all the way to 170. That's insane.
He got knocked the fuck out, though. Masvidal knocked him the fuck out. Like, I was watching it live, and then I jumped off this show when it was live at the same time. And I came back on. I said to Stu, I was like, "You just got knocked the fuck out."
I'm telling you, man. If he moves up, he will be a lot stronger.
He doesn't beat the guy. He doesn't beat guys like Romero, though.
No. Romero's will fuck him up, but you'll beat guys like in the bottom, like 9 and below.
I haven't watched a UFC card for ages.
Right, fucking Jason Bourne, it's on every show. Right, imagine Cameron tested positive for PDs and he gives an excuse. He eated tainted booty. Jason Bourne he's one of those guys. It's just I said it before the other day. Like he's just on me. Like he's on me every show. Jason Bourne, man. Like Stu says, he's a fucking nuisance, man. I like Jason Bourne, though, to be fair. Like, actually, I like banter on his shows.
You should come on the show, man.
Yeah, but the thing with Darren Till, he's going to be his next interview. I'm the best fighter in the world. I know I am. I believe it. Well, you're the only one who believes that. Because there's no one else.
He said, didn't he? Do you remember when he said, "I want 3 world titles with welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight"?
Yeah, Cameron. That was the plan. That's why he got the shot over Covington, Tyron Woodley over Covington. Yeah, but that was the plan for Dana.
He better go and join Cage Rage then, because he ain't going to do it in the UFC.
Yeah, he won't.
Cage Warriors.
And the thing about Darren Till,
he's too negative. He doesn't let his hands go enough. He just fucking.
Also, he's basic. He's like, he reminds me of Terry Flanagan. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
I mean, him and Wonder Boy Thompson was absolutely fucking dreadful to watch, wasn't it?
It was a sparring session, not even a good one.
I watched that live. They were fucking
dancing. I watched it live.
It's more like a tap dance in front of each other, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Fucking salsa dancing and shit, just moving around. And...
like watching Rigondeaux fight a clone of himself.
Yeah, it was.
It actually was. And then they had one knockdown last round, and that was the only good bit about that fight.
But anyway, we better get on to boxing, guys, isn't it? Because it's a boxing podcast.
Before Butcho blows a gasket.
Yeah, before Butcho starts going fucking Mexican cartel on our ass.
No, I'm just preparing. I'm just preparing some stuff here. So what's gonna be happening is that, like I said, if you just got here and you didn't get the message, in about 30 minutes we're gonna be switching to the next episode, which will be called BDA Boxing. What the fuck is it called again? Raw, uncut, and uncensored. We will be taking phone calls. But the thing is, guys, I need you in the chat to tell me, or also in the Hangouts, give me a controversial topic. because we want people to call in. So let's make this as controversial as possible.
Golovkin is banned. You cannot use Golovkin's name.
We cannot use Golovkin. I agree with that.
I do not want to talk about Golovkin anymore.
Yeah, it gives me a headache every time.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous now.
Yeah,
bashing Golovkin, or being up his jack backside. No, I don't hear it.
There should be a rule. If they mention Golovkin name, you hang up instantly. That should be the rule.
No, Paul is saying abortion. Let's talk about abortion.
Abortion, bro.
No, but seriously, guys.
I got question for Stu and Cameron. Like, who do you have between Max Holloway?
All right, hold on. Apology. I just want to reiterate here to the people in the chat. Give me a controversial topic that's related to the sport of boxing, obviously. So, yeah, well, you guys just think about it and let me know in about 10 minutes, all right? 10 to 15 minutes.
Boxing is boring recently, though.
Yeah, that's why we got to spice it up, man. All right, guys, apology.
We've got to talk about we're a boxing show. We can't just say, oh, it's boring, so we ain't going to
It is, though, isn't it, bro? Like, it's tough to find subjects that are interesting at the minute.
Well, I'm going to get some ideas from the people in the chat. Apology, go ahead and ask your question. You guys continue talking, and I'll take care of the rest.
I think it's a closer fight than a lot of people think. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know.
I've got Max. I think Max has improved, and it's too much for him. Yeah, go ahead, Stu.
I didn't hear the question, bro. What's the question?
Max versus Dustin Poirier, the second fight. That's coming up.
Holloway will beat Poirier.
Yeah,
I think Holloway. I think Holloway at 55 is going to be a different animal, man.
Yeah,
he's been cut. I mean, I think. But the thing is, like, if he stays at 55, like, who's going to fight for the 145 title? I mean, Aldo again.
I want to see Ferguson at B. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, Ferguson's got personal issues. He's lost his mind, didn't he? He's lost his mind.
He rejected the fights. Do you know? It was supposed to be Holloway versus Ferguson, but he rejected it.
Ferguson's currently in fucking therapy, isn't he? Because saying
and he got accused of domestic violence, I think, as well.
No, his wife's got a restraining order because basically he didn't sleep for 3 nights, and he basically smashed the house because he felt like someone put something in him and they were watching him, like someone put something in his body and they were watching him.
I was just going to say I just think the UFC's lost its spice for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I just think it's lost its spice. I don't enjoy it like I used to.
It's the drugs testing. I think it's the drug testing.
Names. Yeah, there's only for me John Jones, and that's about it. The rest of them.
Oh, yo, Stu, you should check out Johnny Walker. That guy, man. That guy.
Yeah. But let's get back onto boxing, boys, because
let's talk about
You'll talk about the tournament because that's next month.
What tournament?
What about Usyk Takam? What's your opinion on that?
Shit fight.
I tell you what, Cameron, you are the fucking most doom and gloom guy I know, man. I bet you just walk around and a big cloud just follows you around with the rain.
People in the chat. How many of you think Usyk Takam's a good fight?
I bet you drive when you're driving in your car. You've got Celine Dion in the stereo. I bet you.
Let's ask the chat. Out of everyone in the chat, who thinks Usyk Takam is a good fight? Who wants to watch that fight? Answer me. Because I think that fight is dog shit.
I don't want to see it. No.
Wasn't he supposed to fight Povetkin? What happened to that fight?
Povetkin won a tune-up.
Yeah, I want to see Usyk at heavyweight as well, Michael. Stop.
No, I think for first fight heavyweight, I think Takam's a very good test.
But not Takam's Chisora, man.
Chisora nearly knocked out Dillian White.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Usyk is that good that he's such a good boxer that we don't want to see him against a 6-foot heavyweight. We want to see him right away against a fucking big ass heavyweight.
Top 10 ranked guy in his first fight. He should be fighting a Pulev.
Takam punches like a heavyweight. We're gonna know what is. That's what they want to know. What is the point of sticking him in there with a KO artist on his first fight? It's all there's a lot of answers that need to be answered. Questions, sorry, that need to be answered. So put him in there with someone like Takam, who's going to bring it, who's tough, who's not going to lay down and take an ass whooping. He's going to come to fight, and he's more than capable of hurting you if he lands on the button. So, I think it's a good test. And what do you want from Usyk? What do you want?
I want to see him fight, Pulev, someone like that.
Pulev's fighting tomorrow or tonight or something.
Who's he fighting?
Some bum. Some
there you go.
Yeah.
Some bum. I want to see Pulev fight fucking what's his name? Oh, for fuck's sake, what's the guy's name?
Oscar Rivas.
Yeah, fucking Oscar Rivers, mate.
No, Tyson's got him.
Tyson's fighting fucking Tom Swartz, isn't he?
No way. Who's
Yeah, he's
that?
fighting Tom Swartz, some 24 undefeated fucking guy.
Oh, jeez. What, 100 million down the drain?
And the thing with Tyson Fury, when you stick a bum in there, he will stink the joint out.
Yeah, he will.
He will.
He is not going to come there, look flash, and use it as a showcase to show off his skills to the American public. He's going to stink the joint out and not give a toss about doing it. So the thing with Fury, you have to keep him on his toes to get your money's worth out of him by sticking him in there with dangerous opponents. The minute that could cost ESPN, because one day they'll stick him in with someone like that, and Fury will do a Lennox Lewis against Ratman and get caught fucking half fit, clowning around, and get caught with a big shot. It can happen in boxing, and that's what you got to watch out with Fury.
Really? Apparently, Pulev's fighting Dinu, the guy fucking Miller for fuck's sake.
Well, there you go. Pulev is irrelevant to me. He's the most boring. I mean, it's between him and Huey Fury for the most boring professional boxer I've ever seen.
You know what, Stu? Pulev, when he was coming up, I was interested in him, and then the Klitschko fight, I think that fucked him up.
Yeah, he became gun-shy.
Even more boring now than he was coming up.
That was actually because when that fight was made, I thought, hang on a minute here, I better leave the sleeping pill tonight because this will do the fucking job. But it was actually Klitschko's best performance. It was
his last best one. Yeah, his last fight.
Yeah, it's because the fight.
Fantastic. It was brilliant. In that fight.
Because the fight before, you got a lot of stick for holding and leaning.
That was fucking.
Was it Povetkin?
No, there was one after
the fight before. No, I think it was Povetkin.
There was he fought Povetkin. No, didn't he fight fucking? Oh no, let me look at this. He fought someone after Povetkin before Pulev. Because Pulev was in 2000. No, Povetkin was 2012. Pulev was the end of 2014. He didn't go 2 years inactive.
I swear Povetkin was 2013.
Let me have a look. I think it was 2012. I'll have a look. Let me go on BoxRec, fuck's sake.
But Pulev was a decent coming up, and then the Klitschko fight fucked him up real bad.
No, Brian Jennings was after Pulev. People in the chat. He fought before Pulev. I'm on BoxRec now. He fought. I was Lepai between Pulev and Povetkin.
Oh yeah.
Alex Lepai.
Oh jeez.
But you're right, actually. You're a right, apology, actually. Povetkin was in October 2013. Marius Wack was in 2012. So was Tony Thompson. And Mormek, actually.
If you ever want to see a fucking methodical 1-2 fighter, then look no further than Pulev. He just does nothing. He's got 2 straight punches. That's what he throws. The jab and the right hand.
I think Klitschko, Povetkin's still the most boring heavyweight fight I've ever watched, actually. Like, live, anyway.
Nah, you obviously haven't watched Lennox Lewis versus Henry Akinwande. I mean, it puts.
Oh yeah, I was about 7 years old when that fight happened.
Well, I tell you what, mate. Good job, you were 7 years old because you don't remember it.
Yeah, I was about 7 years old when that fight happened.
I stayed.
What year was that? What year was that, bro?
I don't know. All I know is I stayed up till like 4 or 5 in the morning to watch that shower of shite.
Oh no, I would have been younger than that.
No,
I was 7 when he fought Tyson.
No, you wouldn't even have been alive back then. I don't.
No, I was 7 years old when he fought Tyson, Lewis. So that was 2002.
No, well before then. When he fought Akinwande, it was well before then. He was probably about 2 or 3.
Fucking hell, must make you feel old a bit. Fucking hell, apologies, you younger than me, yeah?
I am 20, yes.
Right, yeah, you're younger than me. Fucking hell, man. No, I'm feeling old.
All right.
Bucho's 50, odd, isn't he?
Oh yeah, 55. No, I'm 33.
Yeah, BDA's 50.
Yeah. He was in Vietnam. Remember that?
Yeah.
He must be fairly old because he's done Vietnam, porn star. I mean, he can't be.
BDA went to school with Luis Ortiz's grandson, isn't it?
Yeah, he did.
All right. In 35 minutes, the countdown has begun. 35 minutes until we get to the next show.
I can't wait to do some callers.
Yeah, raw, uncut, and uncensored. I know it sounds like Jerry Springer, but that's
say, Rod. There's some real...
Cameron, you are not the father.
No, that's the Maury.
I don't want to get into that. No. I just want to say,
yes.
What fights? I know Garcia Granados is net Showtime. I think is that on Fox or Showtime?
Fox.
Right. What's Showtime's next fight then?
That's the thing. Well, I think it's Deontay. Oh no, somebody mentioned that it was.
Oh, it's Clarissa Shields, right?
Yeah, it is. It is Clarissa Shields. I think it is.
Shields. It is Shields.
It's all the arsic and Cameron that ages you. Do you know what? I ain't done. Look, Jason, you're the only one that still brings
Cameron, stop reading out the chat, man. Just carry on with the boxing talk.
I always read the chat because someone's got to read the chat.
Yeah, you do. You, especially if it's about you, man.
Yeah, fucking right.
You wanna
do Cameron? Just let it go, brother. There's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, Butcher, do you want to do a show about PEDs? Because that's controversial.
I see.
No,
I fucking hate that talk, not PEDs.
Because you're a gym rat. Just because you hang around gyms at 12 o'clock at night, don't even we like the stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't want to get into micro shit.
I'd rather talk about Joshua Wilder again than PEDs.
No, it's controversial. I mean,
I don't know anything about PEDs. I've never paid attention.
I don't know shit.
I'd rather talk about the fucking cause of herpes than talk about PEDs.
All right, guys.
Someone I know had a herpes scare last week.
In the chat, guys, did you come up with something?
Okay, go on, mate.
I was just asking the people in the chat to come up with a topic because we have 33 minutes left before we switch to the next show, live, raw, and uncensored. We're going to be taking phone calls, so let's make it as controversial as possible.
Did any of you see fucking Shelley Finkel slip up about when he was saying that he tells Wilder what to do? Slip.
Oh my god! You know, this is what I think happened with Wilder. They basically told him, "Yes, you're gonna get you would get $100 million if you take the DAZN deal, blah blah blah, but you would lose your freedom." And just by saying that, I think they convinced Wilder not to take the deal just because of the freedom thing.
Yeah.
What's this Adrian Broner gay Twitter beef that people keep talking about?
No, Cameron, we're not going to be talking about Adrian Broner. I'm sorry.
It's a controversial topic, though.
Yeah, but how long can we... Okay, that's a good point, but you also got to think about how long can that last? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to be talking about fucking Broner for an hour. You know what I mean?
He's just known for all his fucking social media shit now, anyway. Does female boxing cause hate?
That's what shows what a clown is, where he has to be a fucking mug on social media to be irrelevant. So
yeah, getting the headlines.
So he can be the B-side for an ass whooping. Because that's what he is, a B-side for an ass whooping. Anyone with any sort of name that wants a name on their record, they ring up Adrian Broner because it's an easy night's work because he doesn't throw any fucking punches. And he can't get away from shots. He has the worst shoulder roll in boxing. So you can just tag him up all night. He's a talented guy, but he's got no heart for boxing, so he doesn't want to grow as a fighter. He's the same fighter he was when he first come through, but he's just fighting guys the same size as him now. That's the difference. But he's the B side. So I don't think Broner. I'm sure there was something again for somebody.
Someone in the chat, Stephen Schneider says, "What about this for a topic? Does female boxing cause AIDS?" Fuck's sake.
Oh God. Michael
Does anyone in the
Stark is
chat
asking.
have some serious suggestions?
Michael Stark has an idea.
Tommy Morrison's wife in the ring. Then who knows?
Michael Stark asks, "Why does David Diamante always repeat a fighter's name when he announces them?"
Is that World Boxing Super Series announcer?
No, that's the guy with the dreads, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those dirty ass fucking dreads. Oh my God.
I actually quite like his announcing though. I think it's quite good.
Yeah, I mean, why would you, I don't like people with hair like that, but
he knows a lot about boxing, though.
Wash it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
racist,
dirty, man.
Racist.
Yeah, I don't care if it's racist.
Go, fucking, I don't know, head and shoulders, wash and go.
Like I always wanted, like,
Bob Marley there.
I've never had long hair. Like I can't understand. Like it just pissed me right off. Honestly, it would. I have my haircut every 3 weeks. I don't understand how people can have long hair, man. I really can't. Like, it must be a nuisance to wash, especially when you got dreads. Like,
I used to have long hair in the 90s. I used to look like Kurt Cobain.
Everyone had long hair.
I looked like Kurt Cobain in the 90s, man. I did. Fucking Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, but everyone has long hair in the 90s.
But yeah. Come on, guys. Like, we're asking your opinion for once. To give us some input for this show. Show us your intelligence and insight. But no, you're talking about gay bitter tweets, Twitter beefs.
Boxing says, talk about does Matt Callum have herpes on his face?
Yeah, but there's 50 people watching. There's 3 of us in the hangout here, and none of us have had a serious suggestion out of the 54 of us yet.
I know. Fucking
real boxing fans here, like educated boxing fans, right? So
yeah, but I went down the news list earlier, and I think it was Boxing News 24 I went on, or something like that. And I'm looking down at the headlines, and there's just nothing to talk about. It's just fucking.
What about the lawyer's comment? You mentioned it before.
Oh, what about? Yeah, but we said no Golovkin talk, didn't we?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about like prospects in the future of boxing?
But that's not controversial.
Which prospect looks good? It could be. You could say this prospect looks good. This prospect doesn't.
I don't know any prospects though. Like really, I mean, I don't really pay attention to prospects until they fight someone relevant now.
Yeah, because
that's good. You can say that, and then someone else will be like, "No, he's really good. Trust me."
Like that fucking whatever David Ulyushin or whatever the fuck his name is. He's fought absolutely scrubs. I don't care about that guy until he fights someone. Same with
I thought Bivol the other night weren't great again. Did you?
No, I didn't. No.
Smith. I mean, I didn't get a chance to talk about that fight, but yet again, Bivol was failed to impress me. Now
he doesn't go for the gears, does he?
I see some. He's very like Beterbiev, but just doesn't have the power of him for me. He's got better footwork than
Bivol. For me, seems like he lacks the gears.
I don't know, man. I don't think the power might be lacking a little bit because he's struggling to get these. Smith looked like a fucking monster in there. He looked like a heavyweight.
I think Bivol lacks the gears. He doesn't go for the gears.
Yep, like I said, very methodical, one-paced, and he's got very nice footwork. Don't get me wrong. And when he puts his shots together, it's quite nice on the eye, shall we say? But just something's lacking for me. He's just, I don't know. It's another average performance. I think Anthony Yard beats him. Nah, I'm joking.
Oh God.
Nah, joking. Before someone kills me in the chat.
Someone still.
What about you? What about you? What did you think, Cam?
What about Bivol performance against Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought Bivol was going to stop him. I thought, look at what Barrera done to him. I thought Bivol was going to stop him. I think his work rate would have been better. I thought his, aggressive. What's the fucking word I'm looking for? Aggressive pressure would be better. I just feel like he didn't go for the gears. I felt like he was just happy with doing what he was doing technically and just did this job. But I thought he would have got Smith out of there. So I think Smith's very basic. Like he's built his name off beating Hopkins and Fonfara, but Smith is very basic. Fundamentally he's not great. I thought Bivol technically is a lot better, and I thought he would have been creative enough to get him out of there, but just didn't go for the gears.
Yeah, fair enough.
I thought Bivol would have, used the jab to, because like I said, Smith's very flawed defensively as well. I thought Bivol would have used his jab and would have got his offense off, but no, I was a bit disappointed.
Yeah, like I said, not sure where to put Bivol when it comes to the top light heavies. I definitely think Bivol should stay at that division. I've heard people talk about him moving up. I mean, that'd be a terrible move for him.
Move what? Move up?
Yeah, I've seen a few comments where they're saying I've talked about Bivol moving up, and I'm like, no.
Jesus Christ! God,
he should move down.
He should be moving down.
Man.
He should swap places with Callum Smith, weight divisions.
He looks like one of them chunky guys that doesn't look big with the frame, but looks like, I suppose, with the muscle he carries, I think he could be quite heavy. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. The guys in the chat have put a lot of praise on Bivol, and I've gave him a chance. I've watched him a few times and
BDA
seeing what they're seeing.
Yeah, BDA is saying that British fans. He has heard British fans say that Yarden will murder fucking Kovalev, but I don't think that's true. I don't think anybody gives. Well, no, I don't know.
Kovalev will not.
I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm doing the setting up the show. That's gonna start in about 25 minutes. We still do not have a topic for the live, raw, and uncensored show. Now, remember, we want to take phone calls. So the more controversial we do this show, the more crazy colors we will be getting. So keep it up, guys. Give me a subject.
Yeah. A subject for the calling show.
Precise mentioned scoring. How you score fights.
Yeah, let's. All right. That's a bit too broad. Maybe let's get into like one of the criterias.
Or maybe give an example, like how did you score this fight?
What's ring generalship?
Yeah, maybe we do Bruno Pacquiao. Did you think Bruno won?
No.
Yeah, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Think of Froch with long hair, Jason Bourne.
That's suspect, man.
Yeah, that's more suspect than Smith.
We can make it about Floyd Mayweather. That's gonna be fucking controversial.
Effective defense.
Good point. That's a great.
For IBF, so just do a pound list show. It should be a lot of people calling in.
We did that already.
Wait, what's
did we though? Because we, did we?
Did we what?
I mean, look, all I remember was we did like 5 pound for pound fighters, right? Like,
oh yeah, nah, but
no, that's not controversial enough.
I think we did already. So
it causes pound for pounds. Just you're never going to win that argument with someone. So I don't know. I don't like it, but
well, okay.
I think there should be objective criteria though for pound. Like people say it's subjective, but there should be objective criteria for it.
It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, of course, yeah. People want to make it like it's all relative. It's not relative. It's really, there has to be a standard. I mean, I'm sorry, we are capable of coming up with a consensus of a standard of what a pound for pound.
There's no standard. How are we gonna rate how good a fight is?
Like, exactly. Then people just come up with weird lists. I mean, it doesn't make fucking sense. Now, in the chat, Precise is saying that we could debate the scoring 10-8 rounds with no knockdowns, or even rounds. 10-7 rounds with 1 knockdown. Yeah. I like also that what Gonzalo mentioned about effective defense, because for some people, Mayweather's type of defense is considered effective, and to me, that's not defense. Sometimes,
well, the clinching that we showed last night in the rabbit thing.
Exactly, the clinching and staying out of range the whole time. If you stay out of range the whole time backing up, then you're not
going to get hit.
You're never going to get hit. And to me, you're losing the fucking round. So we can talk about that.
Postal, like, the way Crawford fought against Postal.
Yeah.
That's not defense, man. That's not good defense. You know what I mean? Get on your bike and running, man. That's what made me laugh. You know when Furman ran from Bundu? Fuck's sake. Like,
Furman runs for everyone, man.
Yeah, but that was when Furman's tide changed. Like, that fight against Bundu was the first fight people booed him. Bundu's a light, feather-fisted fucking European level fighter, and Furman ran from the guy.
Yeah, he did, and he knocked him down as well, but he just didn't want to finish him.
Furman should have ran through Bundu. Should have ran right through him.
Like, but before that, Bundu's best win was like Lee Purdy, I think, or something like that.
It was, yeah. Good. Yeah. No, it's Frankie Gavin, wasn't it?
Probably,
yeah, Bundu was the one who came over and starched Frankie Gavin. Took his undefeated record. Not that it means anything, right? But Frankie Gavin's a piece of shit.
Michael Stock in the chat says the difference between running and boxing. Yeah,
that's obvious, though, isn't it? I mean,
well, not really. I mean, not really. I mean,
do you not think so?
No, but some people consider running part of the effective defense.
No. Well, we can all be effective defense then if we get in the ring. If we just run around in circles, right? We can all do that on this panel.
Exactly. That's what I always keep saying.
No, I can run around the ring for fucking 12 rounds. Well, you know, give me some training, but we can all fucking move around the ring. You know what I mean? Just run, but fucking hell.
We can call the show "Was Floyd a Fraud?" and just go from there.
Jesus, I'll get a lot of fucking views.
Exactly, man.
Was Floyd Mayweather a fraud?
Just leave it at like that's the title, man. We
Calling
have
show at the end.
precise. What's up? And do you have any suggestions? I see you wrote some stuff there.
Well, I mean, what's up? First and foremost, I don't know. I could say whatever the hell I want, but if people ain't up to it, then who gives a fuck what I got to say? You know, I think scoring is something interesting and very controversial, obviously. And we could look at, you know, revamping the numerical scoring system, like the 10-point must system, and maybe someone proposed an idea that a round that you completely dominate should not be a 10-9 round where the other guy, let's say, barely wins the next round, and it's as if he did the same thing as you did when you just completely dominated him, right? So for example, scoring those rounds as 10-8 simply because of the margin of victory in any particular round. Like
You're
maybe,
precise.
you know.
You know what's funny about that? You see it starting to implement that, like scoring dominant rounds 10-8 instead of 10-9.
What about it?
UFC, they're starting to do what you just mentioned, scoring 10-8 rounds if it's the dominant round.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that, but it has to be like a complete and utter beatdown. I'm talking about, you know, you're just outbox a guy and you outland him like 3-1 without really hurting him much, but you completely school him. Why not make that a 10-8 round too, you know?
Yeah.
But if you like really beat somebody up, you fuck them up without putting them down, but they barely touch you and you fuck them up. Yeah, they score those 10-8 right now. See, but I'm saying make it more liberal than it is right now.
When we talk about scoring, I mean, yes, that would help. I do believe the 10-8 rounds, because like I said, you could dominate a round, and then the guy could pop shot you the next round, and you're basically even on the cards, and you've just beat the shit out of someone, but barely. You know,
or you beat the crap out of them, and in the last 2 seconds they knock you down, and they get a 10-8 round. That's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we have to start from the judges. You know, the scoring, that's all good, but we're open for corruption when you have 3 judges. It's easy to probably get one judge in the bag, and then all it takes is one to see a fight different to everyone else, and we've got a robbery on the cards, or a draw, should we say. And I just think with 5 judges, I think it just, if you've got, say, 5 judges there and you've got a judge in the pocket, his influence is not as powerful. He could probably, you know, he could do his job and score the fight the way he's been paid to do it. But the other 4 guys, even if 3 guys see it the way we all see it, it just cuts out the robberies for me. And I think that's where we got to start. And then do what Precise did, the dominant round, get the 10-8s in there.
Yeah, it's kind of like what's his name? Deontay Wilder, he got 10-8 rounds, and he kind of made it to, I mean, obviously he didn't win, but he got the tie, where the 2 times that he knocked them down, he got 10-8 rounds, where they should have really been a 10-9 round, right? And it would have been so controversial.
I mean, he knocked him down and then he got beat up. So yeah, you're right.
Well, he got knocked down and got beat up, but that made it, you know, wider in Deontay's favor. You know, where you could, some people, you know, give him an argument for winning, but I mean, yeah, it's like for example in the rematch, if you're not, well, that's not even happening, so there's no case you would mention. I was just gonna make an example, but you guys know what I mean. If you were to knock him down 3 times and lose the rounds, but then he would get, you know, 5 rounds right there. All you have to do is just win 1 round. It's a swing round, and then you got another controversial decision.
I wouldn't mind them bringing back the 3 knockdown rule, or maybe I'm not seeing something. Like why that was taken out of circulation.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't agree with that.
It takes away some, you know. Well, it could be a good fight. One guy gets hurt, he gets knocked down a couple of times. Then the next time he slips or something, and the ref sees it as a knockdown. The fight's over, and this guy could have carried on and gave us a bit more entertainment. So I think this could be robbing the fans of a bit of entertainment if we do it. I never liked the three
or
Marcus
you would
Pacquiao.
get actually more entertainment because
Marcus Pacquiao.
you knock somebody down twice and you just put them down once more, you win the fight. You know, so fighters would go for it. I think it's kind of in effect anyway. It's just left up to the judges. So I think that allows for a lot of bias because there's hardly a fight these days where you get knocked down 3 times in a round and they don't stop the fight. I can't even think of any.
Well, now you have a 2 knockdown rule, or a 1 knockdown rule with the PBC. So, you know.
Yeah, all kinds of shit. Fucking helicopter punches that don't land. Knockout.
All right. So
did you guys?
Oh, go ahead.
I just sort of. This is a little controversial. Did you guys see Lamont Peterson face off Lipinets today?
Nope.
No.
Well, anyway, he was standing next to his brother, and I'm sitting there wondering how the fuck did this grown-ass man have a growth spurt in his fucking late 20s, early 30s? Because he used to be the exact same size of his brother. If you look back at, like, their pictures from 2011 and shit like that, they fought in the same division. They were the same size, and that's why they decided that one of them would stay at lightweight, Anthony, and his brother Lamont would fight at 140 because they never wanted to like run into one another. But they were exactly the same size. And now when you look at the two of them, Lamont Peterson looks like he's way bigger than his brother. And I'm looking at this shit like, how did that happen?
I mean, he got caught already, so we already know what happened.
Yeah, but testosterone doesn't make you grow taller. Like, there are drugs that would, but I mean, like, it's dramatic how much bigger he is than his brother. Oh, like, because his brother just kind of fell off, and I never really paid attention to him, and I hadn't seen them together since, like...
Huh? You sure he's not wearing high heels? You sure he wasn't wearing high heels? Maybe that's the reason.
Yeah, but that much bigger than his brother? I mean, I know fighters wear platforms. Spence Jr., by the way, does at the weigh-ins or at the face-off, but he could have been. I don't know. He could have been. But he's like significantly bigger than his brother. And they were exactly the same size. I used to think they were twins. Well, whatever. Nobody cares about Lamont Peterson. That's fine. Justifiable.
He was terrible.
I was gonna go back to the score, and I had a question. And if you guys knew about the judging, what qualifies you to be a judge? How do these judges get picked? Because you get these judges judging for boxing and for UFC. You know, how do they get started?
You got to know somebody, bro. You got to, like...
Yeah.
And it helps to be Italian, Jewish, or what's the other off-scene nationality?
Mexican.
Yeah.
But do they get into like an orientation to like a development or
they get trained. They get, I don't know about MMA, but boxing judges, they get a course and they go through like, they have to pass a certain test, but it's a formality, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really mean anything. But they're supposed to.
Any one of us on the panel could do that job then. I'm sure any of us could do a better job than them.
Yeah, but that's not the point, right? Doing a good job is not really the point.
Yeah. Do you guys think after judging so many times...
What is the point then?
Well, the score for the A side, right? That's the point. They're not these guys. What I'm saying is these guys aren't hired to be fair judges. On you know, some of these smaller fights, smaller promotions, not these big fights. Off TV fights, sure, no problem. But you know, once it gets to the Canelos of the world, everybody knows how they're supposed to score a Canelo fight. You know, it's not even like a big mystery.
If people like me, if people like us were doing it, then I think we'd see things a bit different to some of these other guys that judge it. Because when you see some of the robberies, what are these guys saying? I know it's corruption, but some of it isn't. Some of it is incompetence. I'm telling you that now. We like to believe it's all corruption. I believe some of it is. But a lot of these judges are they're just incompetent because they don't really talk well. They've never been in a fight in their life.
To answer that,
go on.
No, I think it is. I think it's this new age, like Floyd Mayweather backing up era. because before it was more about aggression and ring generalship. And even before that, like in the 50s and 60s, you'll get disqualified for doing what Floyd's doing. So I think it's this new Floyd, flashy 1-2 hold era. And that's why everyone's getting influenced by it.
Harry Jones used to score fighters. They used to do that
oh
all
God,
the time.
this guy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. In about
It was like the Farmer Carroll fight the other day. Even though Tevin Farmer won that fight comfortably, they were just discarding everything that John O'Carroll did. I mean, he was throwing his hands and landing, but they didn't even give him any props. They were praising Farmer for being punched in the face at times. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you guys think body punching should be counted the same as any other punch? Because obviously they're not giving the credit for that to some of these
because they hurt as much. They hurt more.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I think it might be an angle issue because sometimes you can't tell if it lands.
I think they also believe maybe that it's harder to hit the head
because the head, if you hit the head, it just goes back. It goes back, and it's obvious that you got hit. But the body sometimes it's not.
Yeah,
the thing is, when you get punched in the head, you can still breathe. When you get punched in the body, you can't, and that's the problem. You can't get up when you can't breathe. You sort of like fucking collapse. I've been hit with body shots before, man. When I've not been fit and the stomach's not looking right, you get hit with a body shot, man. It's like live fire.
The ones the ones you don't see, that's the worst ones. Because your body's relaxed, because your body tenses when someone lands a punch in you. But once you don't see, those hurt the most.
Yeah, and there's also really good body punchers, and there's just average. Also, there's a big difference.
We see. I think the body punch has become real key in boxing recently. When you see a lot of the world-class fighters, they use the body well, and it's breaking down these opponents, and that's what you got to do when you get to the world level. These guys are quite hard to hit clean on the button. That's why you see a lot of fights go the distance. It's hard to knock people out at the top level, and I think a lot of these top fighters. You see it with Canelo and Golovkin, them sort of guys, an example. Just breaking down the body, and them shots hurt, mate. You can't fight for 12 rounds when someone like Canelo's hitting you with them body shots. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's an investment, definitely. That pays dividends. That's why I thought, Errol Spence would break down Mikey Garcia, but I don't know what the deal is. He didn't. He couldn't catch him really because he was blocking really well. If anything, if he did anything, Mikey Garcia did that okay, But yeah, because he's a good body puncher. Robert Garcia said that he was hurt to the body one time, Mikey, that he expressed that, just much bigger. But yeah, it's like these judges, because I seen them, the same judges scoring for like Adelaide Bird. She scores in the UFC, right? So many others probably do also, right?
Yeah.
I think this should be like after so many fights, these judges should take like breaks, because if you judge consistently, many times, you probably
listen.
You get like tunnel vision. You should take breaks.
I agree, but at the same time, it's not that. I mean, this Adelaide Bird should have been fired. Should have been fired the next fucking day. All right, there's no like you need to take a little break. You need to. You cannot score that fight 118, 110. It doesn't make fucking sense. That's you should be fired.
But the thing is, it weren't just that. If you look at Adelaide Bird, shall I say, her career, she's quite known for them sort of scorecards. So it weren't just a one-off. If it's just a one-off, they'd probably get away with it. But this girl's been doing this for time now. Terrible judge.
All right, we're gonna end this show and we're gonna start the live raw and uncensored. The title for that video that I chose was, hold on, it's called "Were Mayweather Fights Scored Correctly?" Obviously, we're not just gonna talk about Floyd. We're gonna be talking about scoring in general and what is effective aggressiveness, effective defense, and ring generalship. So If you're in the chat listening to us right now, give me 10 minutes and we're gonna restart another show. All right, the show is already there. Just go to the show and wait for it to start. All right, guys, thank you for listening. We'll see you on the other show. Everybody in the Hangouts, stay there. You don't have to do anything. Just stay in the Hangouts. All right, guys, see you next time. Well, see you later.